Good morning, everyone. So you know what I'm gonna be talking about. So 2 weeks ago, June 1st, Dave moved out. I'm so happy he moved out. You can't even imagine. I don't miss even a little bit. And we used to be pretty good friends. You know, when I showed Dave that, he said he doesn't want to look at it because he saw that Todd has mental problems or whatever. But you know what? In certain ways, I think that Dave is even worse than Todd. Number one, you know Dave was talking about Todd having mental problems. Do you know that Dave has an anxiety problems? He makes weird sounds. Like Todd, he didn't get no pussy for last 10 years or so. There's a girl whom I was talking about in previous video, which I'm uploading right now. Dave really likes her. She even was telling me that she was kind of putty, that his sounds like when he like oh, he used to make this weird sound, and that she was kind of outputted by that. And I told Dave that, and of course he felt offended by it because I told him the truth, and he's like, let's not talk about it. You know, but I mean, what else can I say, you know? He wants that woman, he was always talking about how he likes that girl or whatever. Now she basically ran away from him to Hawaii to work with people who have depression, you know, and she lives in Hawaii right now. And she didn't want to date him, and Dave, you know, he wanted to be with her. He was nice to her and all of that, being like a gentleman. He always liked that woman, and she was actually a nice woman too. This is the woman who was being put by the guy from Laos whom I told you about, who got married last year. That woman, she was nice, and she was telling me not to give Dave my car to drive, which led up to the disaster. Which is how me and Dave started falling off. And from the party, Dave was driving me, and then first his car stopped on half of the way, and then somebody else basically jacked the car up, and then next time car stopped right in front of the driveway. So I had a jumper cable. You know, I gave Dave to drive my car because I knew he was a better driver than me. I let him drive the car so he get this car, my car, to his car, so I can jump his car so he can park properly. So I did that. He forgot to close the door of my car. So what happened was he was driving a little bit with an open door, and he hit some car with my door, making a dent. And of course it's my car, my responsibility. I had to fix it myself, but I felt like he needs to pay for it, right? And he didn't pay shit. And of course I made the wrong way about it, because I went to my parents, and my parents make him sign the letter that he's gonna pay this amount. If he's not gonna be able to pay, he will pay like 3%. And I went about it the cheap way. I fixed it for $300, but Dave was thinking I wanted to go more expensive route, so I can fix it for like $1,000, so he will owe me more. Which was not the case, but he thought that. And when he saw percentage of interest, he said, "Look, I'm not doing it." He got upset because I was putting it on him. Now, of course, you know, I should have listened to my Jewish parents, you know. That was a big mistake on my part, but I didn't know any better, you know. So I listened to them, and they gave me bad advice. But besides that, you know, they were still acting like piece of shit. And you know, the thing with Dave, he's very responsible. It's another thing about Dave. Like, he makes this sound, it's number one, like, this is a mental deficiency, acting like an imbecile, making weird sounds, you know. Man, I'm thinking about it, I'm getting angry, because you know what? People like that, makes me angry, because I really wanna, like, I don't know, I'm not gonna say anything, because I'm gonna sound like Adolf Hitler, but yeah. Another reason, like, fuck, I already lost my train of thought. Fuck. I'm getting so angry right now, I'm even forgetting what I wanna talk about sometimes. What I was saying. Yeah, he's irresponsible because he had a job, right? Painting. Making like $10-12 an hour with his friend. And once he didn't do a good job. So his boss sent him a picture showing where he messed up. And he said he's gonna cut his hours and he needs to do his job better. So Dave got offended, got upset. He said that his boss is a piece of shit. He doesn't want to deal with him. He doesn't want to talk to him. He doesn't want anything to do with this man. When it was his fault. Because he didn't do his job right. And he was saying, I didn't paint it in right. I did a sloppy job. I'm gonna work on it and I'm gonna change it and improve it. No. Instead, he's like, my boss is a piece of shit. I'm not dealing with him. He is wrong. Screw him. So he stopped working there, started looking for other jobs, and he could never find a good job. I was trying to hook him up with my nursing home. I was trying to get him there. They didn't even take him there. Because they probably looked at him and they thought, we don't want to deal with this piece of work. So, and the guy was owing me, like he said, $100, but really it was $3. And then also Dave, he was not paying me internet on time. I used to be an internet guy because we have internet and we share it between people. We used to share it between 4 people, now it's only 3. So I pay the bill and everybody reimburses me their part. So he couldn't pay $6.25 sometimes. Because he was broke, because he doesn't know how to save money, he doesn't know how to live, and he's fucking mentally deficient imbecile. And his parents don't even want to buy him medicine so he will stop making weird sounds, so maybe that fuck will get some pussy. His parents even don't give a fuck about him. That's how fucked up he is. So, anyway, that fucking piece of shit was not paying me internet on time. He was always like 2 weeks late at least. And he was always like saying, it was my fault, I'm a such a Jew. He told me I'm a such a Jew because all I was doing is asking him to pay his dues, which he didn't want to pay it. And once he got mad, he decided to insult me or whatever. He gave me big ass bag, I showed in my oldest video, with fucking bunch of pennies and quarters and dimes in it. And he still shorted me like couple cents. He gave me like $5.91. Which I'm like, okay, fuck it. I put it to the penny machine, I applied it to Amazon to buy some shit from Amazon, making long story short, but basically, this is how fucked up he was. He didn't want to pay internet, he didn't want to pay his dues. And then he was telling me I'm such a Jew. Then once we were hanging out, we were talking about the budget between all of us when we were buying modem, router or whatever. And with other guys, I was talking about the money issue. Dave was thinking because I'm a Jew, I'm trying to screw everybody for money. And we were explaining things. I was explaining the same thing to Dave 3 times. 3 times I was explaining him why I want the money thing to be this way. All other 2 guys, they're like, okay, that's cool, that's fine. They was like arguing with him. I will explain to him. And I called him, why are you acting so fucking butthurt? I already explained to you. And he's like, why can't you be more polite? But you know what? Why should I be so fucking polite with you fucking piece of shit? I'm telling you the same thing 3 fucking times. Why are you being so annoying? I'm not screwing you for money, asshole. Let me make an